one of the really cool things that I get to do with the Mish Ministry is I get to lead trips into the country of Haiti. In 1982, I took my first trip when I was in college. I went with a bunch of guys from the basketball team at the college where I went, and we went to Haiti for 10 days. That was life-changing for me. The first trip I went in, after I got home, my mom and dad looked at me and said, "So, are you going back?" And the answer was yes. The second trip I went in, when my dad picked me up at the airport, he looked at me and he said, "So when are you going back?" In 1995, I started taking groups in with Mish. I offered the kids the opportunity to go if they wanted to raise the money. It's about $1,900 to go in now for a 10-day trip, and so they raised the money over and above the fundraising that they do for Mish, and we go to Haiti for 10 days. Talk about life-changing. For a teenager, when there's no running water, no electricity, the average income in the village where we work is $265 for an entire year of work. That's the average income. For teenagers, it's absolutely mind-blowing and life-changing for them, I think. I've been going into Haiti since 1982, so the relationships that I've developed with people in St. Louis de Nard, which is the village where we work, are incredible. There are 4 boys there that I have sponsored since they were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and put them to school, through school. The youngest is now in college, and I just sent him this year to the Dominican Republic to go to college. In total, there's about 14 kids that I sponsor in Haiti. It just seems to keep growing. I can't say no when a child needs sponsored. One little boy, his name is John Willie. He was 3 years old. I was at the orphanage the day his mother brought him and gave him to the orphanage and said she couldn't raise him anymore. I sat crying in the courtyard with him at the orphanage as his mother just walked away. That was almost 7 years ago, and she has never been back to even check on him. He is now 10 years old, and I sponsor him, as well as the Mish Kids are sponsoring him. We buy him Christmas gifts at Christmas time and send him in, and so John Willie is kind of the Mish sponsored child. There's lots of other kids that I sponsor, but one of the most special ones is Jacob. He's in the pictures in the background. One day in 2006, I was in Haiti sitting in the courtyard, and a young girl walked in carrying what I thought was a newborn baby. They have a birthing center with the mission where mothers can come and have babies, and so I thought it was just a newborn baby, but in fact it wasn't. He was 5 months old, and he weighed 5 pounds, and he was dying. His mother had died a month earlier, and so they were trying to take care of this baby. This was the aunt that brought him to me. She was trying to take care of him, but all they had to feed him was water. So for an entire month, that's all they were giving this child was water. When we unwrapped him, the skin was hanging off of his little bones. He couldn't even cry. He had no energy to cry. And she asked me if I would take him. So I agreed that we would take him, and for the 10 days that we were still in Haiti, we were going to be caring for him and hopefully trying to get him to live. The Mish Kids that were on that trip, I think it was life-changing for them, something they won't ever forget. We would take 2-hour shifts every night so that we could feed him. We had to feed him every 15 minutes to stretch his stomach. At one point we even tubed him because he had a throat infection and wasn't eating. After about 3 days, he finally cried for the first time and had real tears. We were so excited. When we got ready to leave to come home from Haiti that year, I hired a Haitian woman who would raise Jacob until the baby orphanage was completed. They were building a baby orphanage with the mission, but it wasn't completed yet. So I hired a lady named Solidia who would raise Jacob. She charged me $30 a month to take care of him. When he was old enough, they put him in the baby orphanage. I'm now happy to tell you that he's a happy 4-year-old. He is HIV positive, and we have arranged for an unofficial Haitian adoption. Solidia actually has taken Jacob to her house now rather than him living in the orphanage due to the HIV. We thought it would be a better situation if he was living with her. So when I go into Haiti, Solidia always brings Jacob to see me, and she always says, Jacob, I'm your black mama, and Terri is your white mama. So it's pretty fun when I get there at the courtyard and you'll hear her tell him, you know, run to your white mama. So Jacob, I'm looking forward to seeing him this summer when I go into Haiti as well.